know that console's illegal as hell, right?
Sue me, dickhead.
For those of you who didn't already know, the rapper Soulja Boy, who you might remember from such hits as Crank That Soulja Boy and, Crank That Soulja Boy decided to start what he's calling a tech company, which so far consists of high-quality electronics such as the Soulja Watch, Soulja Pods, Soulja Phone, Soulja Headphones, Soulja Pad, Soulja $10 gift card, and I'd make a fake product up to throw in here as a joke. But I'm already gonna have enough trouble convincing you everything in this video is actually real as it is. And I need all the credibility I can get. Besides, I don't even think I can make something up that's more hilarious than what's going on here. Cause Soulja Boy doesn't even have anything to do with these products being manufactured in the first place. He's literally buying all this crap from China, slapping a Soulja logo on it, and reselling it at a heavily inflated price. Which is essentially the same thing as this kid I went to high school with named C-Pod selling his mom's candles to skateboarders with his made-up Greeper logo. Or Steven Dimmitt printing Dragon Ball AF pictures off his computer and selling it to Shane for $1. But if all Soulja Boy was doing was flipping off-brand Chinese products off for ridiculous prices, then this video'd be over right now, cause all I'd really have to say is this.
Oh. Okay.
But of course Soulja Boy had to take this genius concept for his tech company and ass hair further, and do the exact same thing with bootleg game consoles bought in bulk from a China-based company called AliExpress, slapping his logo on them and calling it, you guessed it, the Soulja Game, which by that logic makes every 8-year-old who wrote their name on a Game Boy the owner of a tech company. But unlike small children, Soulja Boy's of course reselling the Soulja Game for a much higher price. But the reason why this is so much worse than his other, products, is cause these two home console models of the Soulja Game, as well as the handheld model, come with over 800 preloaded games from Sega, Sony, Nintendo, and way more companies than I even care to count. And I'm no lawyer, however, I did watch that Gamergate episode of Law & Order, which might not have anything to do with what we'll be talking about today, nor will it add any credibility to my legal expertise whatsoever. But none of that matters anyway, cause it doesn't take a lawyer to know that Soulja Boy's gonna get sued out the ass and possibly even face prison time. So drink a cigarette, smoke a beer, press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and allow me, the 7,500,000,000th hottest human being alive, Cameron, to tell you 6 reasons why the Soulja Game's gonna leave Soulja Boy SOL and JWF.
Shit out of luck and jolly well fucked.
I'm gonna tie this place up with so much litigation that your grandchildren are gonna need lawyers.
Okay, number 1, the Soulja Game's filled with hundreds of stolen games. Number 2, these games are all owned by multiple different companies. Number 3, one of those companies is Nintendo, who's been on a witch hunt lately. Number 4, Soulja Boy doesn't live in China. And number 5, he's blatant as hell about what he's doing. We'll get to number 6 later on, but this situation's so mind-blowing that I don't even know where to begin, so I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. But I will start with the 2 most obvious reasons why Soulja Boy's gonna get lawsuits out the ass, which are of course the fact that he's blatantly selling over 800 ROMs from multiple companies without their permission. How do I know he doesn't have anybody's permission? Well, first of all, come on. Second of all, this Chinese bootleg console that still has all the file extensions for its games uses a picture of Street Fighter 4 for Street Fighter 2 and God knows what else. And lastly, the wording Soulja Boy uses when asked about the legalities of the Soulja Game screams that he has no idea what he's talking about. Quotes like, I honestly feel that it's 100% legit, and it's been basically confirmed that it's a green light and we're good, don't exactly sound too reassuring. However, to be fair, in the very same interview, Mr. Boy claims to have made deals behind the scenes, went to a lot of dinners with developers, and that he has a team that made this whole thing possible. But I'd seriously wager that this team he claims to have consists of people who he just kinda hangs out with, and aside from his buddy Lonnie, who has a certificate for heating and cooling, doesn't have any sort of credentials, especially in the legal department, because obviously no lawyer would ever consider releasing the Soulja Game a good idea. But maybe I should consult another YouTuber on the matter. What do you think, guy from Game Ranks whose name I don't know?
And you know, a lot of people are rightfully guessing like, oh, he's totally gonna get sued, right? I don't know. I almost think like he's figuring out some sort of weird loophole to be able to get away with selling these, but I don't know. I ain't a lawyer.
Okay, well, I guess Soulja Boy's cluelessness and hiding in plain sight worked on you, but it's not gonna fool any of these developers, and certainly not Nintendo, who's been on a reign of terror lately trying to protect their NES games that nobody's even playing with their online service. I mean, first Nintendo sued a sweet elderly couple for hosting a ROM website that did run ads, but wasn't charging anybody to download games. And now that couple owns Nintendo $12 million. Then after that, there was this other guy in California named Mikkel the Rock Johnson or whatever, who Nintendo spanked for selling hacked Switches and Classic Edition consoles with preloaded games. So if Nintendo will make an example out of those people who, in the case of the married couple, a lot of people sympathized for, then just imagine what they're gonna do to a washed-up rapper making way more money illegally selling their IPs who most people actually want to see them sue. I hear Soulja Boy's actually a gamer, but calling what he thinks is his console the Soulja Game just reminds me of this guy from my Sonic Lost World review who admitted he wasn't a gamer and called the Wii U console a Wii game.
I don't have a Wii game.
Okay. What I think happened is that since Soulja Boy's probably constantly surrounded by people who gas him up non-stop, he probably got nothing but blind praise every time he talked about releasing the Soulja Game. And the sound legal advice his friends gave him probably went something along the lines of,
well, this AliExpress company's getting away with selling all these games, so it must be legal, right?
But the big difference between Soulja Boy and AliExpress is that Soulja Boy doesn't live in China, a country where bootlegs have flown like wine for a long time. And the reason why blatantly counterfeited products run wild in China but not other countries is because even though the World Trade Organization apparently has meetings about this from time to time, there's nothing anybody could really do about it. Because the Chinese government certainly doesn't enforce their laws to protect this that, believe it or not, they actually do have. And since bootleg products from China usually suck ass anyway, most companies just don't think it'll be worth the effort to try and fight. And it's certainly not worth any country even thinking about declaring war over either. However, the American Soulja Boy reselling these products in the United States as his own thing certainly doesn't have the same walls to prevent companies from shoving their boots up his ass. And it certainly doesn't help his case that he's so blatant and out in the open about what he's doing by boastfully tweeting that he supposedly made $250,000 in one day off the Soulja Game. And instead of backing off after everybody on the internet warned him about how illegal it was to sell the Soulja Game, Soulja Boy decided to double down by calling everybody haters for standing in the way of his dreams of owning a tech company, alongside such entrepreneurs like Timmy Buzak, Stanley Gonay, and now me. And then 1 week after the Soulja Game, the world saw the official start of the 9th generation with the release of Soulja Boy's brand new console called the Soulja Game Fuze, which is just an Android-based console that was made specifically for the Chinese market that surprisingly wasn't a bootleg until Soulja slapped his logo on it. However, this console's about 3 years old, weaker than the Ouya, very well might come with illegal ROMs, and of course, SouljaWatch.com is selling it for $400, which might seem expensive, especially considering that the Xbox One X is $400. But don't forget that Microsoft consoles don't come with the Soulja logo. Plus, the Soulja Game Fuze was marked down from $640 immediately after it came out, which actually somehow makes this whole thing even more ridiculous that he's trying to give people the illusion that they're saving money with a sales tactic stolen from Waffle House. But at least when Waffle House does it, they're not buying waffles from my neighbor Terry for 50 cents and inflating the price or anything like that. I mean, could you imagine if Sony was like, okay, the PS5's gonna cost $1,200, but we're having a fire sale marking it down to $400, and who knows how long this sale's gonna last, so you better buy it now. But going back to Soulja Boy's website for his tech company, it looks like it was designed by an 8th grader who watched one YouTube tutorial on how to make a website. Plus, it's called SouljaWatch.com, which is weird for a tech company to be named after one product. I mean, you'd think it'd make more sense to have just called the company Soulja or Soulja Tech. After all, every one of his products is just the word Soulja with whatever the electronic is right after, which I would make fun of, but Batman does the same thing, and since I'm not Wesley Willis, I can't whoop his ass. Well, wait a minute. The Soulja chat? Why does Soulja Boy have his website connected to Facebook Messenger? And who the hell's gonna read my messages, if anybody at all? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Soulja Boy himself. But if it is, then maybe all the people who ordered a Soulja Game and never got one could message him about a refund, which is an entirely new lawsuit right there that he still has time to avoid. But unfortunately, as for the multiple offenses of counterfeiting games, number 6. It's too late for Soulja Boy to turn back now, just when he thought I forgot about number 6, the most important point of all, which is of course the fact that, like that random Sum 41 song, Soulja Boy's in too deep, and no, I'm not gonna sing it, so don't even ask. Even if Soulja Theodore Boy listened to everybody's advice right now and completely backed out of selling the Soulja Game, he's surely already firmly in Nintendo's crosshairs to the point where he's not getting out even if he had Johnny Cochran as his lawyer. Cause Capcom's also affected by this piracy, and don't forget, they have Phoenix Wright as well as Harvey Birdman to ensure Soulja Boy's doom. And at the time of this video, Nintendo already sent Soulja Boy a letter that's either telling him he's frigged or inviting him to Smash depending on who you believe. But given the fact that he's still hyping Soulja Game up on Twitter and seems to be completely unfazed, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But if you ask my skinny fat ass, I think it's only a matter of time before all these companies give Soulja Boy Hell Week all rolled into one night up in here, which is not somewhere you want to be. And thanks to all the sexy beasts who support this channel on Patreon for Polaroids and loot boxes, we here at the FU Game Crew no longer have to experience Hell Week. But you could also support us by buying shirts or coffee mugs that are guaranteed to land you a hot date. Plus, for anybody who buys our merch and sends us pictures or videos of them rocking it, then you could appear in our videos just like this beautiful male right here. But what do you think about the Soulja game? Do you think Soulja Boy somehow has a way out of avoiding trouble? Do you think he's about to have a bad time? Or are you watching this video in the future and already know? Either way, let me know what your thoughts are on the whole situation, and as always, I'll pin whatever I find most entertaining or intriguing. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you're a super ultra mega badass who likes being pandered to and end slates. And if you like and share this video, then it'd really go a long way to help the channel grow. My name's Cameron Gooding Jr., and I'll see you next time.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty, thank you for your support.